Hello guys, Lincoln here, and this is day 5 of the merge of all the older servers. Had our first level up event, and it's no picnic. How much points do you think you need to get first place? 150k? 170? Actually needed 220,000 event points to get first place in the level up event. I got second place with 190k, and so many actually pushing high. To be honest, to get into the top 20, you need more than 100,000 event points. So even if you have 100,000 event points, you probably end up with the rewards, the top 50 rewards, because it won't be enough. Over 20 players with over 100,000 event points. So safe to say it's a tough event now that we are on this merged server. But I did push high because we had Fangrim. I'm going for the PvP team that I discussed before. The first one, this one. And I thought I should discuss some more about this team and why you should have exactly this setup, and why you shouldn't have them in some other different order. If you have Magla in the center, she will stun basically 3 opponents. If you have her in the back, she can stun up to 4, but then she won't do that stun as fast as if she's in the front. But the problem you will have is that the 2 opponents on the left and the right side, on the edges, they won't be stunned. And that could actually be enough for the team to kill you if you don't have this set up. Because both Bishop and Lacroix, they have a really cool passive function, and that's why they should be on the edges, both of them. If we look, because Bishop, you actually have this ability. No, you don't. So the first time Bishop suffers a melee attack, he traps his attack with a net, stunning them for a couple of seconds. And if you check Lacroix, it's, let's see, actually exactly the same thing here. The first time you get hit, you get stunned. So what you want in PvP, we have noticed Magla is good. Why is she good? Well, she has that stun. You want stuns, you want silence, and this team provides you with a lot of stun. You have both Lacroix, Bishop, and Magla stunning the entire team. And having Bishop and Lacroix in the front, well, that will help you stunning your opponents if they manage to get to you. And if they do, they get that stun, and then hopefully Fangrim can put them all together again with his vortex, and so you can continue. Fangrim is most likely the one that will be the weakest in your team, because even though he's a legendary, or just because he's a legendary, you won't be able to level him up as high as the rest. So you might have 150 on all the heroes, but it will be harder with Fangrim, and if you can't get him to at least 110, well, then you won't get some of his good gear, supporter gear at 110. I got a lot of tokens now. I will actually start leveling up as soon as I can, but I'm still waiting for the next event, basically. So when it comes to the abilities for these heroes, well, for Magla, it's quite easy. You could actually have the ability 6111. Only one you want, it's this one. And already at level 5, she is really powerful. The level 6 upgrade might not seem worth it. I think it's 0.2 extra seconds you add, or 0.3 seconds, but it's not much. But you want that, it's still 10% more than she had before. So if it's possible to get her to her ultimate to level 6, you go for it. And all the others could actually be 111. You don't really want to bother too much about the damage. That's not her main concern. It's to stun those opponents for as long as possible. So this is the only ability you want to focus on when it comes to Magla. When it comes to Bishop, it's actually this one that will be the most important one. Same thing here, you want those stuns. This is what you're going to focus for when you do PvP. Get this stun up, and if you got some more, well, you also have, well, this one is actually not that important, because the push ability he has, you won't be able to push your opponents more. Even if you upgrade this one, you just do more damage, so it's not that important. But this one will be somewhat more important since you can actually do a stun on this one for up to 2 seconds as well. So I would say the last one, most important for Bishop, and then the third one, tie him up. Go for the stun when you do PvP teams. For Lacroix, well, actually all his abilities are insane. You want 6666 if you can on these. Once you get his ultimate to level 5, you will actually reduce the regeneration of all enemies from 50% to 70%, so it's nice to get it to at least level 5 if you can. But all of his abilities are really nice. You have that first hit that can do some good stun time. You want this one up. You want this one is actually the least important one, Curse of the Dead, but it's a really good one as well. They reduce the attack power of the entire team, but if they won't be able to hit you, won't be as important as the other ones. This one is also really good. Silence, meaning they can't do the ultimates. The opponents can't do ultimates for up to 3.5 seconds. So this is one you want to push hard on all the abilities because it's really nice. When it comes to Fangrim, you let's see, damage amplifier will be good. Taking down the team as fast as possible will also help with bosses and so on, if you can increase your damage output with up to 20%. So it's a really nice one. The second one is basically totally useless, not entirely true, but the one you can really skip because you don't, this is only effective if you get someone in your team dead, and that's not what we're going for. We're going for eternal stun thing going on. Damage reduction, always nice on the entire team, and it's up to 8.5%, 17% if it's a werewolf, so really good one. And this one's really effective as well for PvP, reduced attack speed on the opponents, so really nice one as well. So Fangrim, 1, 3, and 4, those 3 abilities, something to go for. And for Nicole, well, same here as Lacroix, all of her abilities are super good, you want them all. I'm going to push her on the human supporter event this weekend. You want to get energy, that's why she's here, and you will get a lot of energy from her ultimate. You want that one. You also want to reduce, and that's not that one, this is this one, remove energy on opponents, a really nice one as well. Her second one, also nice, restore energy to the lowest amount on your team. So all of these are really fantastic. And the ultimate, we said for PvP we want stuns and we want silence. This is what she can provide, just as Lacroix. So for me, I need to push Lacroix. The only problem I had the tokens, but I actually don't have the vampire crystals, so I need to push some more, and I need to push a lot. It's really insane, these vampires, there's so many, and it costs a lot pushing them up. So I'm actually bleeding those blood crystals right now. My recommendation is to, if you have some extra moon dust, buy always some extra of those level 5 blood crystals at all times, not only during the mansion renovation, but always, basically, because that's what I've been lacking the most, it's the vampires. So that for that. We will start doing some PvP fights with this team as soon as I got it up and running. When it comes to gear, the only thing that you need to concern here, it's not attack power, it's nothing but energy. You want that eternal thing going on where you have the vortex up at all time and the stuns, so you need as max energy as possible, energy regen, energy on hit, and attack speed to do even more attacks, so you do get more energy on hit. So this is what you want on the entire team. All of these guys you want it, but most of the least important one should be probably Bishop, but you need a really high attack speed on Fangrim, Lacroix, Magla, and even Lacroix, and energy on hit and energy regen. So you need really good gear for this to work. It seems easy, but it's not that simple getting that good fight that I showed you a couple of days ago. When it comes to nerfing, I have some concerns that they will start nerfing some heroes. They sent a form asking everyone, and of course you need to do nerfs if one hero gets too crazy. But someone like Ulfuria now that actually can be beaten with a good team setup with the Croix Fangrim team, well, it's a fantastic combination that we've found. Now it would be a shame if they actually nerf this team, because it's a really special and tricky one to make it work, because you need the good gear as well. And so and with this team you can counter someone like Ulfuria, so you don't need to nerf Ulfuria, and you have a new way of playing the game. Of course, everyone will use this combination if we don't do anything, but instead of just doing those nerfs, wouldn't it be fantastic just getting one new hero, or take a old one, like maybe Father Arnaud, and give him the ability to make your hero stun immune. Suddenly, the entire concept of this team will fall, but it will still be a really good team if you don't have a stun immune hero. So this is how I would wish Gameloft to continue doing these hero setups instead of just nerfing your heroes. Find a way to beat them, just like they tried to do with the new werewolf hero, but Rangulf, because he was supposed to counter Ulfuria. But the problem is it will not that easy. You need to level this guy up a lot, and it will take a lot of time. And now we found actually a much better way with the Fangrim team. So I would actually want to see this team, but still alive. So don't nerf it too much. But instead, finding another way to counter it, so you have different setups that you need to use depending on which team the opponents have. So let this version be alive, maybe, but find a way to maybe make your entire team stun immune. Then you can't have a stun team. Then you need maybe pure DPS, or like that's when you can put in Ulfuria. Find those different versions. Would be really cool, so we don't get stuck with only one team. But as it's will look for now, this will be probably the team everyone will go for within a couple of months. And suddenly, like I did, I pushed a lot, to be honest, yesterday, pushing so much, almost 200k event points, and then getting Fangrim some fragments, and then they maybe nerf him. That will make a lot of players upset as well. So trying to find a way where you don't nerf your opponents too much, or your heroes too much. We'll see what happens anyways. I'm out for now. See you guys.